All right, welcome to episode 3 on the ongoing Harley-Davidson project. I'm into the airbrushing now. You can see that the underpainting is pretty well realized. I've added in airbrushing over the dragon, the hair, and I'm working primarily with browns and such at this point. But by the end of this video, we're going to start on some skin tones. So just always look in front of where the airbrush is kind of aiming so you can see where that paint is being layered in. And hopefully what you're getting from this is airbrush is a lot of really subtle layers. You're not rushing any of it. This video is at about 4 times the normal speed, so this is only going to be a 3 or 4 minute video that would have normally been 8 to 10 minutes worth of airbrushing. So there's a little bit of a glare coming off. Again, you're working in very flat tones and stuff here, but it'll be nice and shiny and glossy when it's all clear coated, as this is spraying the House of Color urethane paints. So always wear a mask and a well ventilated area whenever you're working with airbrush, but especially automotive. Now you can see I'm starting to work on the flesh tones here, so I'm starting on that arm, and you can see that real fleshy kind of color. We just refer to the term flesh as a general tone, but obviously in this case you can make a color like that if you don't have it with orange, white, a little bit of brown, or a little bit of red if you want. But notice when I was spraying against that little French curve there, I'm just using it as a handheld shield, a light masking sort of implement, because I don't want to have to try to use any cut masks, and it's just a way of controlling your overspray. And even though I've been airbrushing 25-30 years, this is the best way I've found to airbrush in a fast and efficient manner without elaborate masking techniques. But when you're first starting out with airbrush, you probably will want to learn and do some masking because you won't have the handheld control quite yet. You need to make sure your airbrush is nice and clean. It's working accurately so that you can spray confidently without getting any spray goobers, and sometimes an airbrush will spit. You need to have the right amount of air pressure, which I usually use around 25 to 30, as low as about 22, but nothing below that. And you can look up some of this other information online, or just feel free to ask questions below in the comments section, and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you on what materials I'm using, any questions related to airbrushing and professional art. Now moving up into the face, and it is interesting when you're looking at these areas that aren't painted yet, and you just have to have faith that when you get there that you're going to be able to put in the details to make it look good. So the reason I bring that up is just be patient when you're working on your art projects. Don't be looking at the clock. Just do the best you can with the time you have, and even if it doesn't come out the way you want it to, move on to the next project, and you'll continue to learn and grow those skills so that each time you do something, it gets better and better. So hopefully you've learned a few things in this segment, and feel free to ask questions and subscribe now. Thank you much. Bye.